Hi students, and we'll discuss now SN1 reaction according to stereochemistry. If you want to learn about SN1 mechanism in stereochemistry, first you have to learn few basics, that is about chirality. Let me discuss about chirality. What is meant by chirality? A carbon with four different groups. A carbon with four different groups. This is a carbon we have, and they have different groups A, B, C, D. If carbon contains four different groups, and that particular carbon we are calling chiral carbon. Chiral carbon. So, stereochemistry of SN1 can be explained according to chirality. And these are optically active. Optically active compounds. If a compound having a chiral center, such compounds we are calling optically active compound. Means, for example, you take one carbon, and here I am taking one hydrogen, and here I am taking one alkyl group, and here I am taking one deuterons, and here I am taking alkyl. Here I am taking, that is halide. So this carbon bonded with four different groups, that is hydrogen, alkyl group, deuteron, and a halogen, that is bromine. Now it is the center we are calling chiral center. Chiral center. Then this is optically active. Optically active. So, according to stereochemistry, SN1 mechanism is explained by a optically active compound. Let me take SN1 mechanism according to stereochemistry. I am taking here a optically active compound, that is carbon with alkyl group, one hydrogen and one deuteron, and one leaving group, that is halogen as bromine. And this is the compound. Now it is optically active center. Four different groups are there, giving rise to, as we discussed previously, bromine is negative and its bond is going to be break. Immediately here you are getting positive charge. Now here I am taking a nucleophile OH minus. This OH minus will attack on carbocation. Then I am getting C H R D OH plus Br minus. So this is the reaction of SN1. This will takes place in two steps, as we learn. First, formation of carbocation. So how carbocation will be formed? Step 1. Step 1. In step 1 carbocation formation. So formation of carbocation. Carbocation is going to be formed. Let I am taking the compound carbon, alkyl group, hydrogen, deuteron, bromine. And now in step 1 there is no need of any nucleophile. It is a slow step. Bromine is as a leaving group. We are getting planar carbocation with a leaving group Br minus. This is sp3 hybridized tetrahedral. This is sp2 hybridized trigonal planar. So trigonal planar carbocation we got. Then in step 2, nucleophile attack. So attacking of nucleophile. Now during nucleophilic attack, what changes takes place according to stereochemistry? Look here, this planar carbocation I am taking, carbon, hydrogen, here alkyl group and deuteron positive, and now nucleophile will attack. Look here, there are two chances to attack. This nucleophile can attack from front side or back side. So front side attacking one product, back side attacking one product you are getting. Totally two products according to stereochemistry. Let me go for that. Front attack and back attack. If nucleophile attacking from front side, then the product you are getting here as H R D OH. Backside attacking C H R D OH. Like this, front side attacking one product, back side attacking one product. And this is 50% and this is 50%, means equimolar. Now one of these we can treat as dextro and one of these treat as levo. So theoretically we can't say, practically only. Means if plane polarized light, rotate this compound to right side, dextro. If plane polarized light, rotate this compound to left side, levo. It may be levo, it may be dextro, no problem. And 50% D form, 50% L form. Equimolar D and L form. This mixture we are calling a racemic mixture. What we are calling? Racemic mixture. So during SN1-Rick mechanism, according to stereochemistry, racemic mixture is formed. What is racemic mixture? Equimolar, dextro and levo forms is called racemic mixture. Like this, according to stereochemistry, we are getting two products, front side attack one and back side attacking one. Thank you.